It is a brisk night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Tackled at the 20.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Morton. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Back to throw. Morton out to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw on 3rd down. Morton looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Ian Thomas.
Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys...
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Chris Boswell to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Burrow will throw. This one into the hands of the running back, Ballage. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down, Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Call it a gain of 3, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And Burrow going to throw again. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a 2nd time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his 2nd first-quarter touchdown there. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
stopped short of the goal.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bengals have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Makes the score Bengals 14. Steelers 7.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
34-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Bengals 14, Steelers 7.
Here's the 4th-round pick from Maryland, Anthony McFarland. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the gun, Morton. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
And a Steeler first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
throwing on first down. Morton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Running back.
The solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boswell good with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether some guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Now Burrow on first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Steelers 21, Bengals 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. For 60.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. On 1st down, Lawton. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Morton. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
They'll try the left side. Lawton. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
DJ Reader.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
At the Bengals' 33-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 15-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and we are tied at 21. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll run on first down. Lawton. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Looking to throw. Morton. He's going to launch it for Washington. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
The score, Steelers 28, Bengals 21.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Check 59. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
On first and 10, Joe Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 45-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
We got 4.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38. From the gun, a give to Mixon. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Burrow's pass.
Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Third and 2, now Burrow. Able to find Waller, that's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on third and 2.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Room here to run, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Marquise Goodwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
His kick is
Bullet good on the extra point, and we are all tied at 28.
Matt Bosher set to kick off.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there, a jumbo package look. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
He's crossing. He's checking quick. Check 26, check 26.
On first down, Lawton. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Second and 11 at the 41. Off the bootleg. Morton, he'll buy some time right. Gonna take a shot for... This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Morton eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And nothing but daylight ahead. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Mixon with a first down carry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Steelers' 40-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll run on 1st down. Lawton, and some room to maneuver. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Gain of 6. 1st down, Steelers.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lawton. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
47 is the mark. 47 is the mark.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, Lawton. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are going to take the lead.
On for the point.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Remember, 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 64 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
35-35. Matt Bosher is set to kick off.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that sets up a big 3rd down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
3rd down.
On 3rd down, Morton. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
13 yards. 1st down, Pittsburgh.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Morton. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. Got an open man. It's Washington. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Operating from the gun, Morton. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down.
And the Steeler first down.
From the gun, Morton. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
First down, Steelers.
Now a give, right side, Lawton. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Morton. His throw incomplete.
Morton certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
7 yards to go.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. From the gun, Morton. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done. Now part 2. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
The quick throw by Burrow is complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 32 that time. That's how you draw off the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Check, 3.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together, and I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely, that would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. Now Burrow. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's another Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On first down, Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And the Steelers signal for another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming.
A 29-yard attempt.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here.
28-yard attempt.
And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights.
Steelers.
Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for Cincinnati, It's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game guest.